please welcome NBA Commissioner David Stern and TNT's Ernie Johnson.
All right, thank you very much. We've had a wonderful time all week here in Los Angeles for the 60th All-Star Game, and to do the honors here is the Commissioner of the NBA, David Stern.
Thank you, All-Stars, for a spectacular show. Thank you, Los Angeles, for being a great host city. We saw some spectacular display of basketball, but there can only be one MVP, and he's standing to my left. Kobe Bryant, 37 points, 14 rebounds, 3 steals, 3 assists, and he now has his 4th All-Star MVP, tied for the most in NBA history.
Kobe, I know you knew going in that Bob Pettit had the record with 4 MVPs, and you were in a tie for second with 3. How conscious were you of going after that in this building tonight?
Well, being, at home, I wanted to come out and play hard, put on a good show.
This game always kind of boils down, no matter how big the lead, into those final few moments. What was that like for you guys in the West Huddle when you saw that lead shrink?
Well, you knew run was coming. It makes for a good show, that's for sure.
What does this mean in front of these folks to have that kind of night and come so close to Will Chamberlain's scoring record?
Well, it feels great, being at home here and playing in front of the home crowd. This will be my last All-Star game in front of these home fans, so it feels good to do it.
For the 4th time in his career, he's the All-Star Game MVP, Kobe Bryant of the Los Angeles Lakers. Nice going, Kobe. Back to you, Mark.
All right, thank you, Ernie. As the commissioner mentioned, Kobe Bryant equaling Bob Pettit's accomplishment. He won 4 MVPs, 1956, 58, 59, and 62 as a member of the St. Louis Hawks. Kobe Bryant right alongside Hall of Famer Bob Pettit, followed by Oscar, Michael, and Shaq. 37 and 14 for Kobe. Kevin Durant coming up big with 34. LeBron James with 29 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists. And as Ernie mentioned, we've seen this on a number of occasions. It's kind of schoolyard at the start, although I thought that both clubs played pretty well for an All-Star game. In the first half, they were looking for each other. They're swinging the ball effectively. And then it kind of broke down in the third quarter. But final minutes, it was a real ball game.
Well, especially the start of the game for the West. I think Kobe Bryant and the West did a good job of moving the basketball, getting everyone incorporated. You talked about Kobe getting off to that quick start. They better start thinking about that bronze statue pretty soon. Because it's time.
I was just blown away by the athleticism. LeBron, the speed in transition. So many athletes on the floor. Derrick Rose and Dwayne Wade, everybody flying up and down the floor. NBA athletes, pretty amazing show.
Absolutely.
And it's always terrific to see 3 or 4 guys from the same team. Doesn't happen too often. We saw it several years ago with the Detroit Pistons. They played particularly well. I thought for the Celtics it was kind of up and down, particularly their first time in.
They're more about team than anything else. That's what makes them special. They're much more concerned about what's going to happen these last couple of months of the season and then into the playoffs. But it was fun to see them on the court together.
And a sparkling weekend here in L.A. The slam dunk contest certainly taking center stage with Blake Griffin pulling off creativity that I would have to say, had never seen before.
Well, I think from all 4 competitors, the creativity, I think JaVale McGee with the 2 backboard extensions, dunking the basketball, jumping over a car. Come on, are you kidding me?
Well, thanks to our producer, Scott Cockerell, our director, Renato Lowe, associate directors, Bert Bobby, David Olszewski, Jeff Greenholz, associate producers, Jeff Randolph, Tim McDermott, production assistants, Jeff Paris, and Salim Sobers, vice president of remote operations, Tom Sahara, vice president of production, Howard Zalkowitz, our statistician, Paul Evans, executive producer, Jeff Benke, executive VP and chief operating officer, Lenny Daniels, and the president of Turner Sports, David Levy. Again, the final score, the West does it over the East, 148 to 143 in the 60th NBA All-Star Game. For Steve Kerr, Reggie Miller, Craig Sater, David Aldridge, and the rest of the crew. Marv Albert saying goodnight from LA. Coming up next on TNT, Inside the NBA with Ernie, Kenny Charles, Kevin McHale, and Chris Webber as we bid you goodbye from Staples Center.